¿Qué pasó, mi gente, otra vez? It's MarkTip25. Man, it's been kind of a crazy few days. This won't be a video on the free agency period. I might do that later. Since, today is the deadline, I might as well wait until it's completely over to kind of weigh in on what has happened. But yeah, a lot going on. As far as yesterday, I saw a few highlights. I didn't get to catch the whole game, and I also kind of kept track of the score. But yeah, the Mavericks versus Charlotte yesterday with their new additions. It was pretty cool to see Tim Hardaway Jr. I know Trey Burke didn't play all that much, and they didn't even play Courtney Lee at all. But yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr., man, that guy got 12 points. He was pretty productive off the bench. So that was really nice to see. And of course, Kleber and Dorian Finney-Smith were, just doing their thing. And I'm just liking what I'm seeing from them. We're moving in a good direction. The two that were struggling was Barnes and Luka even was struggling a bit. I mean, Barnes ended up with 10 points. He didn't have a great shooting night. I mean, well, then again, neither did Tim Hardaway Jr. But hopefully that improves. Yeah, and then Luka, man, I think he was barely 2 for 9 in that game, but he was 1 for 8 for most of the game, and he was 3 from 18, which is pretty abysmal considering. And then yeah, he finally got it done in the last quarter, putting up 2 more buckets, so that was good. And overall, he had a triple-double. I mean, scoring-wise, he could have been better, but overall, he had a triple-double and a win finally, so at least things are pointing in the right direction. And I can't really rag on him too much because, he still was the leading scorer. He still passed the ball when he needed to. He rebounded well. Dorian Finney-Smith, I believe, also posted up 10 rebounds. And yeah, overall, it was a pretty good game. I mean, it was a close game, but it was pretty good. I mean, they all need to get a little better defensively. I mean, with Kleber, it was better. I mean, and he'll get better even still because he had 3 personal fouls. So, and that gets better with time. Same thing with the 3-point shooting. I'm sure they'll get better at that. But man, and I'm also gonna give a second part of this because, well, I mean, not a second video. What I'm meaning is a second title called the Harrison Barnes trade and how the Mavericks have been going about this free agency. I mean, overall, Harrison Barnes, look, he had struggled this year. I give you that. I was glad we got rid of with Matthews. I was not too happy we got rid of Dennis Smith Jr., but we needed to for the sake of, getting Kristaps Porzingis. I hope Dennis Smith Jr. does well in New York, but it is what it is. We got Kristaps now. We got some other good players off of this trade. And during that game, it was leaked that Harrison Barnes got traded to the Kings. And he sat out the 4th quarter, which is why he didn't have as much as he probably could have had. But I don't know. I really don't like the way the Mavs are going about things. Just, trading a player to a team right after they beat the crap out of them and their player puts up a triple-double on them. And, of course, people are going to disagree with that. They're going to be like, oh, well, when were they supposed to? It's well, I don't know, maybe at least a couple days or 3 days after they freaking do that. I don't know. That just, you know what I mean? That just seems a little disrespectful. Trading him to the team that he posted a triple-double on. Whether he wanted to go there or not is up for debate. I don't think that's where he wanted to go. It's probably because the Knicks wanted him and they wanted to rectify a mistake of not drafting him instead of Ntilikina. But that's, you can all tell me what you think on that. But the Harrison Barnes thing, I've heard two different situations on this. You know, he was traded pretty much in the middle of the damn game. Some sources say that, oh, well, it was probably going to be announced after the game, but somebody leaked it and yada yada. It just happened. Fine, I guess. But whether that was the case or not, I still think it's kind of fucked up that it happened in the middle of the damn game. You know what I mean? Whether he knew it or not, I still think it's pretty fucked up the way the Mavericks have been going about this. You could say, oh, well, it's the media's fault. Yes and no. Because, again, the Mavericks just traded away a player to a team they beat, and he posted a triple-double on. And now they're trading a player pretty much in the middle of the damn game. I don't know, man. It is what it is, but I just think that's a little bit disrespectful. I just don't like the way they're handling it. I mean, in the trade we got Zebo and Justin Jackson, I think that's his name. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're doing this to increase cap space so that they can possibly sign somebody in the offseason. But I don't really know who they would be able to get. So I guess when I do my next video, I'm going to talk about the trades, you know, the big losers and winners, and also what is to come in free agency, like who's going to be available. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty good showing by the Mavericks, even though their defense wasn't where it probably needs to be. I mean, they allowed 30 points for Kemba Walker. But then again, I'm pretty sure Kemba Walker has been posting up some pretty good numbers against even tougher competition. And, you know, a guy like Kemba is hard to stop. But overall, yeah, it was a good game. I was glad the Mavericks won, and I think they're gonna head in a good direction. And again, I hope the best for Dennis Smith Jr. I hope the best for Harrison Barnes. Because here's the thing, I like Harrison Barnes. He just struggled, and I know in my other videos it sounds like I hate on him, but I really did like him. I liked when we picked him up from Golden State. And I thought, you know, he was going to lead us to victory. And, you know, he was starting off pretty well. He was doing pretty good. But then this year, he was just extremely inconsistent. So it was just like, I don't know. I think the Mavericks need to move in a new direction. And I'm kind of surprised they did it so quickly. So it also makes me wonder what the Mavericks have up their sleeve from the front office with Mark Cuban and Don Nelson. Well, let's see what it holds. But I wish the best for Harrison Barnes, and I wish the best for Dennis Smith Jr. And I'm so glad the Mavericks won yesterday. It was a good team effort. Anyhow, let me know what you think in the comments. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Adiós.